Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's version of the 5-Minute Life Hack. Today, we're going to talk about Coltrane saxophone, but before that, we have some bonuses. So let's dive into that really quick first. We have some new addition in the Aspen Mountain family. So Julia Meyer and River Jim Harasi were born in the last month or so. By the time you get this, it might be a little later even, but we've heard moms and babies are all doing well. So Jonathan Meyer works at Willa Hauser. Casey Harasi works at Jack's Ornamental, and we're super excited for them, their families, and just an amazing thing to see. Love it. So welcome to the team, guys. Julia and River, we're glad to have you. So all right. So in when I started at the university, I needed to take a class, and I took one on the survey of jazz, which my father loved music. I love music, but I don't understand it the way that some people who really get into it do. But I was learning a little bit about John Coltrane back in the day, and some of the stories I heard stuck. And so I looked him up again and just loved what it was. So John Coltrane was an American jazz saxophonist. He was a band leader and composer. He had a short life, actually, only 41 years. But what he accomplished in those 41 years was incredible. So he's among the most influential and acclaimed figures in history of jazz. And some of you guys know all of this. Some of you, it might be new, but he played with people like Miles Davis, who was a trumpeter, Thelonious Monk, who was a pianist, many others. So he was a pretty amazing saxophonist. But here's the part that I like and thought was interesting. Sometimes he was said to have practiced 25 hours a day. This is kind of his work ethic. Obviously, that's a little bit of hyperbole, but here's some of the stories that kind of back his work ethic and what that looked like. He played the 256-page repository of scales and melodic patterns repeatedly. So I'm imagining this is kind of the basics when you start out learning the saxophone, scales, those types of things. And he would play that over and over and over again, even after he was extremely accomplished. He was said to have practiced one note for 10 hours straight. Clearly, he wasn't very happy with the way one note was coming out of his saxophone. He wanted a little bit more oomph, a little bit more clarity, a little bit more purity. So he would just practice that note over and over and over for 10 hours a day, sometimes, or 10 hours straight. I don't know about you, but 10 hours is a long time to do anything, especially anything that's that repetitive. So pretty impressive. His wife also said that she would find him asleep many times with the mouthpiece still in his mouth. Practicing his saxophone, he would fall asleep. So I love that. There's a reason he was able to accomplish so much in his 41 years. There was a reason he was such an amazing saxophonist. And frankly, a lot of it came down to just his work ethic. I'm sure he had some kind of natural gifts, but I think the idea of natural gifts being the end-all be-all has been debunked very many times, and there's some great books on that. But anyway, that was interesting. Here's a couple things just to close on. John Wooden said that goals achieved with little or no effort are seldom worthwhile or lasting. I think we step back and think about the biggest accomplishments in our lives, maybe the top 1, 2, 3, they were all really hard to accomplish. It took a lot of work, a lot of grit. That's why they have meaning for us, right? John Wooden also said, I continually stress to my players that all I expect from them at practice and games is their maximum effort, just looking for their best. But he did fully expect their best and their maximum effort. I thought that was that's a great rule to live by, just in general. And then the question for you to think about this week, and for me to think about this week, is when was the last time you put your maximum effort into something? Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, maybe relationally, in a relationship you have. When's the last time you put in your maximum effort? Think about that, and appreciate everything you guys do. I love being a part of the organization and the groups, and connecting in different ways with many of you. So have a wonderful day, and go make an impact on someone you care about. Thanks. Bye.